Hello, Saitlanders, how are you? We hope that you're well. Somebody asked me about the flag over my shoulder. It is a gift from Mr. Richard A. Hamblin of the League of the South in Tennessee, the person who has literally done more for Saitlanders than all of the other people put together. Thank God for all of their work, but this guy's literally it's incredible. So it's just a gift, St. Andrew's Cross, black on white. For those of you who have not yet watched or listened to Dr. Frans Cronje giving a speech on the Renegade Report program on Cliff Central, the Cliff Central radio station. It's entitled In the Face of the Evidence. Please do so. If you can't make sense of what is going on in South Africa, if you're not sure, if you're one of those people who says, can't they see what they're doing? Or if you're one of those people who says, they will never kill the goose that lays the golden egg, I urge you, please Google it. It's so easy to Google it. In the Face of the Evidence, Dr. Frans Cronje, the Renegade Report, Cliff Central. It's only 28 minutes long, 28 minutes and 10 seconds. Dr. Frans Cronje is not even a conservative. He's a liberal. He works for the Institute for Race Relations. And yet, better than any other observer in South Africa, he has revealed, and he does so in such a scholarly way, in a way that you can't dispute, what is the ANC up to? Empower yourself with this knowledge, please. A story cropped up a couple of days ago that I want to share with you. I thought more people knew about this, but apparently not, or had known about it for a long time, and apparently not. As an anecdote to illustrate things, the state of affairs in South Africa, right out of Van der Kloof, or the Renosterberg municipality, which encompasses Van der Kloof, Philipstown, and Pietersville. Would you believe me if I told you that since September 2017, the municipality has been deducting the pension contributions of the employees of the municipality, but not handing them over to the pension funds? Can you imagine that anybody could be so wicked? Since September 2017, these guys have been robbing their own staff. Pension funds. Imagine working for 40 years. And you get to the end of it, your body is tired, your health is not good, you're exhausted, all you want to do is rest, and you discover that they've been deducting the money from you, they've been taking it from you, but not putting it in the pension fund, and therefore it wasn't yours to enjoy, although you had sweated for it. Hey man, anyway, that's just a kind of a sad little anecdote. I'm going to try and do something here now. I've had some kind of, people asking out of interest, what are the books on my bookshelf? So I think I can, look at that. I'm a master. Get this camera up there and show you this part of the bookshelf. There we go. I'm not going to go through all of the books, and we've only got 2¼ minutes left already anyway. But here are some that may be of interest to you. Right, let's go. Animal Life, the new Larousse, very, very good. I'm interested in genetics, and so that's a nice foundational thing. The Maker's Diet, I recommend it very strongly. Diet based upon biblical eating. For example, not eating meat in the morning and not eating carbohydrates at night. Reader's Digest Book of Facts, not too bad. International Politics and Foreign Policy, not too bad. Animal Physiology, good. Gangster State. The Stellenbosch Mafia, yeah, okay. This is a revised Latin primer. This is Homer's Odyssey. It is the Rue translation. That is The Golden Ass by Apuleius. A terrible book, an evil book. I think I should burn it. It's a Greek classic, but it's wicked. Kritzinger and Stein, Buddha book. A Short History of Christian Thought. The Stories, Essays, and Poems of Chesterton, very good. Rousseau, The Social Contract, very good. I'm going to skip a little bit here. The BBC's History series, very good. The Last 2 Million Years by Reader's Digest, very good. McGrath's Christian Theology, in my opinion, much too theoretical. Well, we don't have much time left. Karl von Clausewitz on War. This is the Alexander Pope translation of the Iliad, very good. Henry Kissinger, Diplomacy, Know Thy Enemy. This is by Sylvia Bredenkamp, the Seitlande lady from Natal, who now lives in Oranje. What else have we got here? Judasboek by Wynand du Toit. Read it. If you want to know who is your enemy, please read Colonel Wynand du Toit's Judasboek book. Volksverraad, Advocaat P.U. Pretorius. If you can get a copy, and if you can read it without going into severe depression, do. It's excellent. The Black Monk by Chekhov, very good. H.A.T. Handboek van die Afrikaanse taal. In Search of Theory, a new not too bad. The Owner's Manual for the Brain, I can recommend a far better book than this one. It is called The User's Manual for the Brain. Not the Owner's Manual for the Brain, the User's Manual. Very good. This here is, oops. This is the shorter Oxford Dictionary. I like it. Concise Oxford. I've got John Macquarie's Principles of Christian Theology, Voice of a Prophet by Sneyman. The Jewish War. You know what? I'm going to do a video just on this book because it is the most amazing testimony of Jesus Christ that you can imagine. Best thing. What else have we got here? Roald Dahl, Kiss Kiss, Chaucer, The Canterbury Tales. Very good. Dostoevsky's Letters from the Underworld. Very good. Tolkien, Joseph Conrad, Lord Jim. Very good. Cognitive Psychology, a book on Rex, of South Africa, something like that. The Great Boer War, Arthur Conan Doyle, worth reading. That and that I probably shouldn't comment on because people will have their own opinions. Unger's Commentary on the Old Testament, very good. Every manager's desk reference, everybody should have that. The Mayo of Cast the Bridge by Thomas Hardy, excellent. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, very good. Percy Bysshe Shelley, To a Skylark. Paris Hilton's grandfather wrote this book here, and I recommend it very, very highly. Oopsie. I recommend it very, very highly. He was a very decent man, unlike his granddaughter. What have we got here? Oh, the best book I've ever read in my life. The Story of Burnt Nile. Absolutely fantastic. What am I doing? There we go. And a book on Nostradamus, a book on Saint Augustine, and I haven't read this book yet. Die Macht achter die Boerenmacht. I am told that it is very good. That's it. I told you that I would do a little spiel on this book. It's called The Jewish War by Josephus Flavius. And I suppose I'm sharing a personal testimony of faith, which is not my department. And I can't share many such testimonies, I don't think, but this is an incredible story. Christ prophesied that not one stone of the temple would remain on top of another. In 66 AD, the Romans invaded Palestine, Judea, whatever term you're most comfortable with. But the Holy Land, Israel, if you like, to put down an uprising, and it took them 4 years, and they ended with Jerusalem. And they besieged Jerusalem, and a chap called Josephus Flavius, a Jew, went over to the Roman side. So he was a Jew, but he was on the Roman side. He was a traitor. And he kept a record of the wars, the two books, the Jewish War and another one called the Antiquities. And in there he describes the most phenomenal thing, how General Vespasian had gone home to become Emperor Vespasian, gone back to Rome, and he left his son Titus in charge. And Titus got to Jerusalem, and they besieged it, and then they went into Jerusalem, and Titus told his soldiers, under no circumstances, damage the temple. I want to see it as one of the wonders of the world with my own eyes. And Josephus watched as one soldier disobeyed him, in the tumult of the battle, the final battles. And he set fire to the cedars of Lebanon that we know from the Bible, with the result that it melted the gilding, the gilt, the beaten gold on the cedars of Lebanon and in the rest of the structure. And it all melted and fell into the floor. And so Titus had that soldier killed very brutally. And then he instructed that every stone should be lifted to recover the gold. And that just for me, man, just to witness indirectly a prophecy of our faith like that. Wow.